Back now on Triad Today, always glad we can spend a few minutes with some of the good folks from Alamance Community College, and our special guest is a first-time visitor to the show. Kirsten Garrison is coordinator of Accessibility Services at Alamance Community College, and welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
Bring me up to speed, Kirsten. What is Accessibility Services? What do you mean by that?
Sure. Accessibility Services is really services designed to support students with documented disabilities in accessing all of our college's programs by ways of reasonable accommodations or services.
Give me some specific examples of how you might support those students.
Absolutely. Support can look like classroom accommodations or testing accommodations, adaptive equipment, assistive technologies, even services, things like interpreting services, sign language interpreters, things like that.
Okay. Now, you also sent me an email one day about something called Access to Achievement. Access to Achievement, I guess, is a separate initiative, or maybe it's wrapped into this. What is that all about, and who does it serve?
Sure. Access to Achievement is another student support that we have at Alamance Community College, designed to support students who identify as having an intellectual or developmental disability. That can really be a broad scope. We may think that steers just towards cognitive disabilities, but even students who are neurodiverse or have learning differences can access this program.
How could you help somebody like that? What would be a support service?
Sure. It's really an individualized support where an individual person-centered plan is developed to help that student navigate the college processes, really benefit from a full college experience. Things like counseling and financial aid, or connecting with student supports, academic or social supports, peer mentoring. It's really based off the individual student and their needs and what their desires are.
Well, Kirsten, would this program be limited in helping them with certain trades or a particular degree, or can they branch out and do other things too? Yeah,
that's a really great question. So students and Access to Achievement can be in any of our college's programs, any of our pathways. And the intent is that the student is gaining education and training in a career field of their interest, ultimately for gainful employment in that field.
Right, which is sort of the whole mission of the community college there at Alamance, that when we talk to Ken Engel and all the great folks over there and get people ready to go out into the world of work.
Absolutely.
And now, how do the things you and I have been talking about over the last couple of minutes, how do they impact the broader community, the broader Alamance Community College community, meaning not just students, but faculty and staff?
Yeah, so I really have a passion about educating others, and the education that these initiatives and my support for the college has put into our faculty, our staff, our students, building that understanding and compassion and rapport for these individuals really emphasizes that these unique supports that are required to eliminate barriers due to disabilities really improve educational access for all of our students.
Well, when and how, I guess it's a combination question, when and how can students with some kinds of disabilities avail themselves of the kind of services you've mentioned? I mean, does it start from day one when they come to the college, or do they have to sign up for something, or how does that happen?
Yeah, so either of these supports, so Accessibility Services or Access to Achievement, can be initiated at any time once they're a student at ACC. So for Accessibility Services, students do have to complete a request form and provide documentation of that disability, disclosing what it is and how it impacts them, and that information is then reviewed and a meeting set up to engage in discussion together about the specific barriers that student has to determine accommodations.
Right.
And with Access to Achievement, it's really students sign up or come in asking for some support, and then we sit down together and figure out what's next.
I just think that's great. Up on screen, alamancecc.edu. That's alamancecc.edu. 10 or 15 seconds, tell me what you like about being an educator.
It's definitely the students, working with them every day and seeing how they grow.
Well, you do a great job at it. Kirsten, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back after this.